Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, August the 20th. I'm Clay Emo at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, and I'm a founding member of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. I am back from my 3-week long road trip to Southern California. I'm back in the familiar confines of my car, and I'm back with my August mini-series called Cool Canucks Experiences. Today I'm going to talk about the time that my son Sean got to caddy for Bo Horvat during a golf tournament. So the time was September 2015, so 3 years ago. Sean had just turned 14 years old, entering grade 9 at Hugh Boyd. Bo Horvat had just finished his first season with the Canucks. He got drafted in June 2013, as we know, played one more year in junior, then came up for the 14-15 season. So Horvat did 25 points in 68 games, not bad for a first year, but already we saw traces of his humility, his work ethic, his leadership potential, and obviously his playing potential. So Horvat was probably 18 or 19 years old at the time. Sean was only 14 years old. We got chosen because as season ticket holders, you get to apply for member benefits every year. Could be anything from free concert to seat upgrade to merchandise to food vouchers, whatever it may be. And this year we got one of the bigger prizes, which was have someone, a teenager, caddy for a Canucks player. So Mike, my season ticket partner, didn't have any kids yet. Well, even if he did, they wouldn't be old enough. Meanwhile, I had Sean, who was 14 at the time. And so we agreed, because Mike's a good guy, that Sean could avail of this opportunity. So they asked Sean to submit a list of players he'd like to caddy for. He put Bo at the top, put Alex Burrows, because he knew that would be a lot of fun on the course with him, and then both Sedins. Sean got his first choice, and there he was caddying for Bo Horvat in the annual Jake Milford tournament, the tournament the Canucks do every September, raising money for the Canucks Autism Network and Canucks for Kids Fund, and many, many other good causes, as the Canucks are great in the community. So September 2015, 3 years ago, Horvat 18 or 19, Sean only 14. I think it was at Northview in Surrey. I drove Sean to the course. You know, in the first half an hour to an hour, it was quite busy. A lot of media were there because it was the first time that they could talk to a lot of the Canucks players returning to town, you know, for the upcoming season. So I got a chance to chat with Trevor Linden, with Dan Hamhuis, with Alex Edler, the Sedins, very quickly, quick hellos. You know, it was pretty quick, a lot going on, and I wanted to help Sean get settled. Then I was supposed to leave, but instead of going back to my car, I just kind of hung around, pretended I was doing something, you know, and I ended up walking around the course for a couple hours, meeting some more players, meeting some of the volunteers, which was kind of cool, and because I don't want to drive to and forth to Richmond all day, so kind of hung out for a couple hours, and then I took off for lunch and then came back to pick up Sean. But anyways, this is not about me, it's about Sean. Sean had a great time with Bo. He got to spend 5 hours with potentially the future captain of the team. Now, this was back in September 15th. So remember, Horvat had only played 1 year. So they spent the 5 hours together. There were 2 other people, right? It was a foursome, but it was Bo, Sean, and 2 others. And they chatted about everything from, of course, hockey, Bo's aspirations with Vancouver, what his season was like. He had aspirations even back then to play in the 2018 Winter Olympics. We know he didn't make the team, but that was an aspiration even way back then. They talked about what it was like to grow up, what it was like for Bo growing up in London, Ontario, Sean in Vancouver. Sean talked about his career aspirations past high school and his involvement in sports at that time. 3 years ago, it was a bit of basketball, a bit of volleyball, and some golf. And that was a cool thing because Sean was a junior member at Colchina Golf and Country Club, or Colchina Golf Club, I should say, in Richmond at the time. He was a junior member. So he not only played golf and played it well, he actually knew a lot about golf. So he actually served as a really good caddy for Bo. He was able to select or suggest clubs depending on length of the hole. He was able to help Bo read the greens and his putting, and it was a really, really good experience. So Sean wasn't just there to be there for a photo op. He was there to actually, and he tried his best to fulfill his duty as a caddy for Horvat. Horvat also let Sean drive the cart for the day. I don't know how smart that was, given that Sean was only 14 at the time. He's 17 now. He's going to get his driver's license hopefully next month, so hopefully that goes well. But 3 years ago, he's only 14 years old, so I'm not sure how bright that was. But Sean, thank God, did not do anything silly, no accidents. The only thing Sean couldn't do is he couldn't use Bo's clubs. Bo hits left, Sean hits right. So aside from handing the clubs to Bo said he would have let him hit if he was the proper hand, but I don't think Sean was a switch hitter, so to speak, so I don't think he could have done it without hurting anyone. So overall, a wonderful experience, not only being five hours in the sun, golf course with an awesome Canucks player, but more importantly, they were able to connect, and they actually had a lot in common between outlook on things or love for sports or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, Horvat gave, signed his cap, gave it to Sean, also gave him a picture an autograph that as well, signed it, your friend Bo Horvat, thanks for everything. So it was a really cool experience, and I think for 3 years ago, as a 14-year-old for Sean, just to spend that time with a good player, not just any player, but a really good player, a cornerstone player for the Canucks for years to come, I think it was really good, and it helped build Sean's fandom. He's always been a fan of the Canucks, but it helped him be even a bigger fan of Bo and of the team. So we're very grateful for this experience. We thank the Vancouver Canucks for this experience. And then when I went to pick up Sean, he was a little busy, so I couldn't really, the players were getting ready to go in for dinner, so I didn't hang out or didn't bug anyone, just picked up Sean, and we had a great chat on the way home. One funny story though, before we left, I guess in Sean's rush to wash his hands and get ready to go, he left his cell phone in the cart, so the golf cart. So when we came out, Jared McCann, a 2014 draft pick, since traded to Florida, McCann had Sean's cell phone in his hand and was actually just kind of he wasn't trying to break into the phone, but he was kind of looking at it. And I guess Sean had as a wallpaper, had a picture of a pretty actress or a model or a singer, whatever it be. And McCann just looked at it and goes, "Oh, she's pretty," and then just handed the phone back to Sean. And Sean just gave him a kind of sheepish wink or a smile. I don't know what he did. It was just kind of funny that I didn't mind that Sean had a picture of a woman on his phone, rather that Jared McCann found his phone and gave him a compliment on his choice of wallpaper. Anyways, Sean got his phone back. We got in the car. We had a great chat on the way home. So that was a really, really great experience. I've always liked Bo, not just because of this experience, but I think it certainly helped. And Sean's a big fan of Bo as well. And we can't wait to see what Bo accomplishes with the Vancouver Canucks, with Brock Besser, with Elias Pettersson this year, and Quinn Hughes and others going forward. So Canucks fans, leave a comment below. Maybe not much to comment on this video, rather just share any insights or any comment on that story, the McCann story, or even, how about this? If you got to caddy for a Vancouver Canucks player, who would you pick? Let's keep it someone in the present, or you can go in the past, I don't care, no one's going to judge. But yeah, what Vancouver Canucks player, past or present, would you like to caddy for in a golf tournament, and why? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read it, reply to it, react to it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you like what I'm doing. Thank you for sticking with me through the summer, watching these cool Canucks experience videos. Next time, I will talk about the time that my season ticket partner, Mike, proposed to his girlfriend, Jen, at center ice at Rogers Arena. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.